you can get to like having two identical parties in every way, shape, or form actually engage with one another in the field of battle for no real reason, despite having a lot more similarities than differences. You know? Bro's completely forgetting the British? No, I'm not. I'm saying for Americans, American culture is so streamlined, so processed that I think like especially whiteness in America renders you incapable of having like fun little ethnic tensions that you can point to throughout history. Do you not understand what I mean? No, British people have that as well, for sure, for their neighbors. Dudes that live in like one zip code over have been fighting one another for fucking generations. They sound so different from one another that it's indecipherable. You can't even understand what one guy is saying over the next. You need subtitles for both. You got to have that. America's too young, too vibrant, and also now dying, but you know. I wish you would have brought up Argentinian history with Bad Empanada. Why? It's not my field of expertise at all. I'm not very knowledgeable on that stuff. But anyway, yeah, we had a fun conversation last night that was very instructive. Guess what? I was right. Of course, it didn't turn into as you may have guessed, it did not turn into a heated debate at all. And it was more so just like clarifying my positions, posturing as a to prove his political bona fides. By the way, speaking of which, we got to watch this video. I just saw it on my feed. Man carrying ting. He done did it again. Speaking of which, I love this. I love this video. Look at this. The title of this is, why is this 90% of political content on YouTube?
I hate talking about this stuff. Politics is boring. Politics is stupid as hell. I actually try to keep out of politics. I think both sides are stupid. I think both sides have some good points. I'm actually apolitical. I'd call myself a centrist. I have no real opinion on politics, and I don't consider myself educated enough to discuss the topic. Here's why people should stop criticizing Israel.
Synopsis. And it's basically everything. It's every type of slop tuber's first foray into politics, okay? I like that YouTubers are aware of it, though. Look at this. It's always been a policy of mine to stay out of politics on this channel, which is why I'm prefacing my 9th consecutive politically motivated video with that statement. But this is something I just don't feel comfortable staying neutral on. Here's why women shouldn't be. I'm apolitical with the exception of the numerous extreme political convictions I have. You forgot the Ground News sponsorship at 50%. It's so fantastic. It's so fantastic. Everybody that is always like, I hate politics. I'm so apolitical. I'm so neutral on everything. Trump is content. Trump is a content president. I'm only looking at this from the perspective of drama. Also, suspiciously, all of my political worldview is directly tailored around some of the most extremist reactionary points of view you have ever encountered in your life. And as a matter of fact, if I were to tell you what my true opinions are, you would probably be horrified by them. Also, I am utterly afraid of saying what my true political opinions are, even on my channel, and certainly in broad daylight around other human beings within earshot, because I'm worried that they would kill me with hammers if I were to reveal what I truly believe must be done to women. Like, it's great. It's great. Everyone that says that they're apolitical will just like regurgitate the stupidest, the stupidest, most insane, most heinous fucking reactionary points of view. Fearand was great. Hasanabi not beating those misogyny allegations, telling Cutie to get pregnant. What is this? You and Bad Empanada Lab? I mean, it's true. It is true. Also, yeah, I think what a lot of Americans miss, I think, especially white Americans, like whiteness is such a poison for you. A lot of you miss having some kind of like a Balkan style ethnic conflict that has historical reference over thousands of years at this point. Like when you're an American, when you're a white American, there's this there is this like dullness to your history, unfortunately, where you don't get to have like you don't get to have these like ethnic tensions that you can relitigate over and over again for humor and jokes. Do you see what I'm saying? Like Bad Empanada, immediately I clocked him as a Cypriot. Okay, immediately I clocked him as a Greek. I can tell. Oh my God. Some of you need to not be allowed on the internet. Some of you should be discontinued from using the internet. Holy moly, that is wow. Anyway, what was I saying? We need Trump to mandate sterilization. Okay. Not me. My family came over from Hungary in the 60s. So I've heard unspeakable things said about Romanians and Croatians. Yeah. That's what I mean. It makes life more fun. It makes life more fun when you have a constant ethnic conflict that you can point to, that you can present. Not true. Go to an Ohio versus Michigan game. Those two states literally went to war once. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's the closest thing.